wondering, what kind of day do I enjoy? As I try to share with you every day of my life and share with you enjoyment and taking the small things in life, what is my favorite kind of day? Well, today is one. Today is a favorite kind of day for me. It's laid back, I don't have any schedules, and I just go about my day-to-day chores. It's nothing too exciting, but it is everyday life for me. But it's a day where you can just sit back, relax, and then work on projects that you wanted to. There's days where you could just take a deep breath and savor the moment of the day. This week, videos are going to be geared just for the simple things in life and just taking back and resting your mind and your spirit and resting all of those things in your body and just not focusing on the stress of life. Today is a day of just fun and relaxation, and I hope as you watch this video you can just give your mind a rest as well. It seems funny to say that our minds need a rest. Our minds are the same as our bodies. We always need a rest. Our bodies need a rest and our minds need a rest, and that's what this video is for today. I'm not using hardly any electricity, and you're seeing in videos that I don't use electricity. We're really trying to cut our costs down, and I think it's really important in this day and age to show what it's like to not have as much electricity, because different reasons, you know, what happens if we don't have electricity, or what happens if money is really tight and you don't want to spend it for that. I think for me, not having air conditioning has really helped me adapt to weather and to adapt to the heat, because it's 90 some degrees. Now, if you look closely, you'll see that I look rather hot, but really I'm not in any distress at all. I don't go out when the sun is shining. I go early in the morning and late at night. There are many reasons why I don't have an air conditioner. A lot of people have asked me this question. One is, I live in a very old home. Now, I can have air conditioning in our bedroom because the circuit breaker in the bedroom can handle it. But I live in an older mobile home with a cathedral ceiling, and so that means it's basically all one room. And to have an air conditioner large enough to cool that room, my circuit breakers wouldn't handle it. So that's just the way it is. Now, I tried one time having a small air conditioner a couple years ago. I think a lot of you will remember that. My son had an old one. It just didn't do anything. It didn't really do anything, and then the windows were closed and actually made it worse. But we have fans, and the fans really help, and this is what I'm adapted to. When I was first married, I lived in an old farmhouse, and we didn't have air conditioning then either. It is nice to have it to sleep at night when it's like 80 degrees at night and it's really muggy, but hey, it saves electricity. It's another thing. I know most of you have to have air conditioning for health reasons, and of course I totally understand that. And if my health would make it that I had to have that, of course we would do something, change everything, but it's working out okay for now. You're gonna see my videos, just the real life of me. I don't have makeup on other than a little bit of eyeshadow and lipstick, because what's the purpose of putting makeup on and having it all run down your face? My hair isn't too pleasant. It's all back because it's that warm. I'm not gonna have fancy hair because it's just gonna melt. I'm gonna melt. I don't think you need to see a video of me melting. I'm melting, I'm melting. All right, so we got a lot of sage today. As you can see, I'm not cutting it all down because we want to keep it, and it will grow back over and over and over again. Your herbs, you need to harvest your herbs, because if you don't, they'll go to flower and then go to seed. Harvest your herbs. I can harvest my herbs maybe 6, 7, 8 times this year. Just depends on the year. So harvest your herbs. Here's chives. There's some chives in here I need to work on. Harvest them. But label your herbs so you know what they are when you harvest them, so you know. And after a while, you'll become accustomed to the smell of them and know exactly what you have growing and drying. So while we're talking about herbs, I'll show you. Back in February, we planted these with the Dollar Tree seeds. This is actually lavender, but look how long it's taken. Lavender takes forever, but actually, that one's rosemary. So this is the rosemary Dollar Tree seeds. And then that's the lavender. Your nose can tell you what's what. So this is a lavender, and this was way back in February. And look how small they are. So what I'm gonna do is transplant these into bigger cups. I'm not gonna plant them out in the garden yet. It's just too small, but it takes a lot of time when you plant stuff by seed. Here's the update on the strawberries. Looking pretty good, I think. Oh, looks like I need to be cutting these. Wow, the spring onions are growing crazy. I will work on that tonight. I just love this time of year. Everything's just growing so nicely. Boy, the lemon verbena is really taking off in that. Sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. What I'm picking right now is tea. If you go to your grocery store and you go to where they have your lettuce and your herbs, you can buy tea. That's tea leaves. But you can take one of these and you can plant it in the ground and it will produce a plant. And that's what this plant is. I showed you that I can get it for 99 cents and I'm able to really expand my herb garden that way. You can do it with sage and thyme and rosemary, any soft wooded herb. People ask me if it was worth it buying the root hormone. Now it was only $5, but honestly, I think it worked just as good without it. Oh, this is so pretty. I love colors and scents. I love colors and the scent of all kinds of things. This is the real scent, not the perfume that you buy in the store. I think the things I do are rather strange and silly. Once you try it, it's just such a different life. It's like your senses come alive. We get so used to living in the modern world where we have all of the different fragrances that are artificial. It's a little bit like your taste buds. When you're used to eating candy and desserts, when you eat a fruit, it doesn't taste very sweet. But when you remove all of that from your life, senses have come alive. I don't have anxiety anymore. I don't have panic attacks. I don't have any of that anymore. Because I took my life and made it into a slower pace. But it's something we have to work on almost daily. There's times in my life where stress is high and I start to feel that overwhelming feeling of your heart racing. And then I realize, whoa, Tessie, slow down. You don't want to get panic disorder again. Create the peace that you so desire. Peace isn't bought from a bottle or a pill or a lotion. Peace is something that you have to work on a daily thing. Peace is something that you have to deliberately set out to find. Peace is something that you have to put away the worldliness of your life. Put away the things of your life that you feel that you need to buy. Yes, having things, it is a pleasure to have them. They are rewards in your life, but that's not what gives you your life. What gives you your life is the small things in life. That's what gives you real peace. Well, we have this part finished. And this is all of the things that I had growing in my container gardens. And I'll be working on my garden here real soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you a pause in your daily life. And I hope it inspires you beyond anything else. I hope it inspires you. And I hope it gives you hope that you can create a peaceful environment in your life. And I hope it opens some doors in your life to make you think like, what can I do? I hope it helps you think outside your box in life. Take care, everyone. And you know what? I love you all dearly.